My office is here on the corner of St. George and Bloor. I'll show you. Okay, I'm going to show you a few things on the course syllabus, on the course website, that I'd like you to pay attention to. So you'll see that the first page, if you look at this website on a computer rather than a phone, I think the first page you should come to is this one right here, which has links to the syllabus, to the different modules, and to announcements when we make some announcements. It also explains generally the course overview. So as you will know if you've looked at this semester we're studying Buddhism through and with the body. We'll be learning about ethics, sexuality, race, and embodiment through art, sound, and movement. We'll use a diverse set of sources, and our approach is inspired by universal design for learning, critical disability studies, trauma-aware pedagogy. And as we work together through this material, we'll be exploring how our bodies and our embodied experiences can affect or nuance or have some impact on our study of Buddhism. So the course is divided into these three main modules. There's what we're calling a flourishing module, where you'll engage in this semester-long exercise aimed at practicing some skills that might be helpful for doing your best in school and also in life. For the second module, this is the module we're calling Knowing Bodies. And this is where you'll complete readings and watch videos and listen to audio sort of podcasts while you're walking outside, ideally. And then you'll do every unit a short online written reflection about what you've learned and what you've experienced in that unit. And the third module is this one we're calling Moving Minds. And this is where you're going to select 2 movement practices out of a choice of 3 and maintain each of those movement practices for 4 weeks. You'll keep a regular log of what you do every day. You should do your practice for about 15 minutes or so, at least 5 days a week, and keep track of that on a log. You'll submit that log later. And then you'll complete a final media creation, say maybe an audio creation or a short video, very short, documenting your experiences for each of those 2 practice series that you choose. So on the rest of this page, you can see our course instructors. It's me and Tony Scott. We have some little introductory segments about us here. And then our 3 TAs, Andrew Dade, Austin, and Andrew Ehrlich. The course will be divided into a number of groups. This is a large course. There are 130 or so students altogether in the class, and we'll divide you all into smaller groups, each of you assigned to one of the instructors or one of the TAs to work with throughout the semester on your reflections and other assignments for the course. So let's take a look at the syllabus quickly. Here, too, again, you can read about some of the course goals that we have. All the readings will be available on this course website, so you don't have to buy anything. And you can see then how the coursework is divided. So those 3 modules I spoke of are sort of now here divided sort of by percentage. So the Knowing Bodies, the readings and written reflections, that's about 35% of the work for the course. The Moving Minds practice segments are about 35% of the course also. And then the final project for each of those units is 15% each. This is your media project. And then the flourishing or self-care work that you'll be doing throughout the entire semester is an assignment worth about 15% of your final grade. As far as accessibility, you do not need to submit any formal documentation. You can if you want to, but you don't have to provide any formal information, doctor notes, or anything. You can just talk to any of us, any of the TAs or instructors, if there are certain ways that we can help you do your best in this class. As far as grading, we are using a procedure in this course called self-assessment, or sometimes it's called ungrading. This means that you will be providing your own grade on the required work, and you'll be doing that through a series of extensive kind of questionnaires where you'll discuss at the end of each unit or segment in the course what you felt you learned in that segment, how much effort you were able to put into that work, what you felt you got out of it, and what you might like to do more of or better on in the future. And then you'll verify that you did do all of the work required for that section, and then you'll give yourself your own grade after that self-assessment process. There are no late penalties in this course, but we do have recommended due dates, deadlines, and we will be, the TAs and the course instructors will be interacting with you regularly, giving you feedback on your work. And if you submit your work according to the deadlines, then that helps us to stay on track also with our feedback. If your work does come in very late, it's much harder for us to accommodate that in the way that we want to by giving you sort of the extensive feedback that we're hoping to give you. So I would recommend that you take a look at and maybe even print out this semester calendar, because this lays out how the 3 modules for the course really run in parallel, and also how the units for the knowing bodies and the moving minds sections kind of run in parallel, like is seen on this calendar here. And then also this is a comprehensive list of all the due dates of work that you'll need to submit. So the course summary then below here doesn't yet have all of the reflections listed with their due dates because we haven't uploaded those yet to the course website, but you can see here the due dates for all of the unit reflections on this semester calendar. And as we complete the reflection questionnaires and upload them to the website, then you'll see them appear here in the course summary as well. And they'll appear as assignments in your website. Okay, so we'll look through the modules briefly. So this is, each section has an introductory video where I explain a bit about how that module works. So I would recommend that you watch all of those videos. And then the work for the module is explained in each of its pages. These are the surveys for this unit. So that's where you will write to the TA or instructor that is the leader of your group, and let us know a little bit about how you're doing on that assignment, on that work. So the Knowing Bodies Module 2 has an introductory video that explains how it works and how you should go about doing that module. And then you'll see here each of the units in the 10 weeks of this module has also a video and some readings, and sometimes the video is created by me or by Tony Scott. Then there are also what we're calling footnotes, which are audio discussions of the readings. And so as you see how the course works out, you can see that we're recommending that you listen to these footnotes first, ideally while you're outside walking or enjoying some nice spot in nature. And then you could do the readings afterwards. So make sure you read the quick overview, how to work through the unit in each of these units, because each one is a little bit different. Let's go back to the 3rd module. So the Moving Minds module is this one where you'll be doing 2 4-week movement practices. You have 3 options, and you'll choose 2 of them. And so this one, I want you to read carefully the instructions here. The practice log that you can use, you can download here. It's a sheet, just a kind of a chart that you can use to record your practice. And then it explains a little bit about the final project that you should do here. I explain more of that in the video. Let's see what's next. Yes, and then so initially on September 17th, which is just coming up in a couple weeks, you'll submit a plan for your 2 movement practices. And you can change, once you've done the first one, you can change for the second one. You're not committing yourself to this one, but we just want to know that you have a plan and where you're going to fit that into your schedule. And then this is where you'll submit your media projects eventually. Yeah, so that kind of is the end of the modules on the course website here. So the 3 options are walking, recitation, which could include sound, music, singing, or just reciting aloud any kind of text. And you'll see more of that in the sections where there's information about each project. Or dance, which is another option. It's a formal dance, a kind of modern dance, which is really just poses. And all of these you can adapt to suit your own body and your own style. And so that's explained in these sections. But if you have any questions, by all means, let us know. So I think that's the basics of the course website, and we'll be updating you as new resources are posted to the website. Most things are there now, but we're still finalizing some of the materials, and we're super excited to get to know you. Please introduce yourself on the discussion page, and we can't wait to see how the semester goes together as a group.